Thank you all very much. It's good to be here in Sofia, Bulgaria, with all of you tonight. And as I say, I was going to the American Film Institute, and that was located in a 55-room mansion in the best part of Beverly Hills, California. As a place to work, I got to get the stables area down below this mansion. Room after room after room. But it may not be that deep an experience. You're not going to transcend on them. But the bad side is it has a side effect, and the side effect is what gets people. So it's all those experiences are somewhere in the field of relativity. And you're opening up, in the field of the subconscious, you're opening that up when you expand that ball of consciousness. You can have so many unbelievable, incredible experiences when you start expanding consciousness. And if you expand it wide enough, you'll have just any experience you ever dreamed of. It's yours. But there's no science cinema where there's some abstractions, gets a different idea from a different interpretation. And that's the way it should be. On the surface, we're all different. And so I don't need to say anything. The film says the thing. The beautiful language is cinema. But it comes in ideas.
And my second question is, you use a lot of mystic elements in your...
You use a lot of what?
Mystic elements. Like in Twin Peaks, for example, there was this character, Bob, who wasn't actually real.
Bob was pretty real,
but at the same time you use elements of violence. Why?
Stories, come. And he was in the room, moving things around to get ready to shoot some scenes in Laura's room. There was some woman, and I don't know who this woman is or was. She saw Frank move a dresser in front of the door. And she said, "Frank, don't lock yourself in that room," like a joke. I was turned away. And in my mind, I see suddenly Frank Silva locked in Laura Palmer's room. And for some reason, I liked that. And I went in quickly to Frank. I said, "Frank, are you an actor?" And like everybody, he said, "Yes, I happen to be an actor." And I said, "Frank, you're going to be in this scene." And he says, "What will I do?" And I said, "I don't know." So we were shooting in there, and it came time to do 3 slow pan shots. First 2 pan shots, no Frank. And then I said, "Frank, now you go down and go to the bottom of the bed and hold on to those rungs on the bed and freeze." And we did the pan shot like that. I didn't have a clue what it meant, what was going to be used for, nothing. Then later that night, we're shooting downstairs, and Mrs. Palmer is tormented. She's lost her daughter. She's on the couch, and she's thinking about the day, and suddenly, in her mind's eye, she sees something and bolts up screaming. The camera operator on the wheels has to flip those wheels very fast to follow her face. Beautiful job. Perfect acting by Grace Zabriskie. I said, "Perfect, cut it." And the operator, Sean, said, "No, it's not perfect." And I said, "What was wrong?" He said, "Someone was reflected in the mirror." I said, "Who was reflected in the mirror?" And he said, "Frank was reflected in the mirror." So something started happening, and here came Bob.